Alright, welcome back to Dominions 4. Now, we are here at the main screen because this is going to be the beginning of a multiplayer game that I'm playing with my friend Dwarf Comic, and I'll put links and such in the description, and you should go check out his channel to see his side of the world, so to speak. And before we begin, I'm going into my game tools here, and I'm going to show you the pretender that I've chosen for this particular game. Now, it's this one here. I've named him Dead Tree, the Irminsul, and I'm playing, obviously, a Death and Life Bless strategy. So my feelings here are that, and I've selected Imprisoned. So I haven't ever quite done this before, but I'm going with a double on Death and Life, so my units are all going to have high regen because they have high hit points to begin with, and then of course the Undying was going to add just a little bit more survivability, and also it's going to give them death weapons, which means if my opponent, who I know is going to be playing Ulm, has high protection, then the death weapons, some of that damage will automatically penetrate the high armor, so that's going to be to my advantage. And I chose Imprisoned so I could give myself some kind of high scales. Now, the issue I've seen playing with the Giants is they are extremely gold and resource heavy. Now, to try to deal with that, I've bumped up my production. So, we should start out with decent production in my home province. And also I've got myself up to 6 dominions, so that's a pretty strong dominion. And I've made up for that by taking a -3 on Magic Drain. Now, the reason for that is that I am going to be going for early expansion, and also I think I'm going to try to be playing this where I use my army of, regenerative, tough, death magic wielding giants to really push in the early game, and that's going to be my strategy. And so for that, my research is not going to be the biggest asset. I don't know really how I feel about it. We'll see how it works out for me. You can't just go through the game without researching magic, because if my opponent goes up high enough in magic, then, no amount of hit points and regeneration is going to stop, a fireball, so to speak. But anyway, that's my pretender, and I'm going to go in. We're playing on Llama server, so that means it's a play by email. Now, let's see. We've got turn 1. Play existing game, and it's DC versus WS, EA 2P. Play the game. I am Nifelheim. In the beginning there was chaos, of course. Then the chaos ended, and now the wheel has begun once again. Alright, so this is the map we're playing on. It's called Silent Seas, and of course one of the thrones is over here. There should be 10 throne points in this game. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Thrones of the world. Yes, we have 2 2-point thrones, and we have 6 1-point level 1 thrones. Sorry, I keep saying that. And 6 ascension points required to become the new god. Alright, so let's go back down here now, where we're at, and let's see. Well, we have a throne right next to us, which is kind of irritating, because if this is one of the level 2 thrones, our expansion is going to be a little bit squirrely. Yeah. Now, as always, you start out with 400 gold in your treasury. Now, the reason that's a problem is that I really want to have the Nifl Jarl be my prophet, and I'm going to have him try to be sort of a super combatant. But that also means I can't recruit him on turn 1. I'm going to have to save some money. I could go straight in for recruiting like 1 Nifl Giant and save this money here to recruit the Jarl. I can't remember which way to pronounce it the next turn. However, I just don't know if that's the best move. These guys here, 35, 40, 30, yeah. I'm tempted to try to go with actually getting maybe a couple Huskarls. They do have really high hit points, the good protection. I do like the javelin throwers, because these javelins are so huge. They do so much damage with like all the strength that's added and everything. It's incredible. These guys, just anything that gets hit by one of these javelins is going to die. So I am tempted for them. But so yeah, 35-23 versus 30-19. Boy, I don't know. Again, 400 coming in. I do want to start recruiting my sacred units rather quickly as well. And then the other thing too is, do I want to do a blind expansion? And I'm gonna say yes, I do. Yeah. Now the thing is too, though, if I recruit these, I won't have anybody to lead them. So that's another issue I have here. Now I can get a Jotun Hearse to also help, you know, ferry my units around. Boy, I don't know. This is where I'm kind of stuck with this strategy. I really know what I want it to become, but without expanding as quickly as possible, this just isn't going to work, you know? So again, I am tempted to go with the Nifl Giant and then just bide my time until I get my... Because this is going to be 3 turns. Next turn, I'll start recruiting him. Then he's slow to recruit. And then finally he'll pop out, right? Or I could go ahead and go with a Nifl Jarl. Right? 130. He is a priest. Okay. Hit points 35. Now him versus... we do have the Goad. Who just has forced survival, but he's a priest level 2. That's nice. Not as much demand on the resources or the gold. The resources, like I said, are not the issue right now. I could just do another hearse and carry him down there to regroup. Boy, what's the difference, really? Why is this guy so expensive? 35 hit points, very high strength, very high defense, and very high protection versus not as much protection. Yeah. Let's maybe... The hearse is cheaper. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jarl versus the Goad. I know that probably a lot of you are watching and being like, you should do this one, obviously, and I'm just not obvious about it at all. I could start up my research. That's probably what I will do. So that will leave me at 575. That'll be enough to get this guy started the next turn. And that's the only unit I'm gonna recruit. Yeah. Ooh, boy. Strikes me as the wrong idea. Could get my blessed unit already. Okay. Well, that is going to be the way I do it. These guys, let's hope for the best. They should be able to do it. What's the worst that could show up in this province? I don't know. I know it could show up in the mountains. That's not... Oh, actually, this is also empty. Even though it shows hills there, it's just a regular province, isn't it? Well, in that case, this is the one we should go to. Okay. So we will hope. Actually, how many hit points does this guy have? I'm almost tempted to send him with him, because one extra unit might be everything I need. Tempted. I'm going to say let's do it, just to make sure. This is probably a very poor decision on my part, but it's what I'm going to do. Alright, and so next turn, we have Treasury 245. Let's see, what else? Could recruit another one that'd leave us 90, but our income would not be enough. Yeah. So there we go. Want to get this super combatant up and running, get him some experience points, etc. That's going to be my risky move. Alright. So, I'm going to try to record about 5 turns per episode. This first turn's taking me a little bit of time, just because, you know, looking around, and obviously I really don't know the best strategy here. I haven't done... I did last night play a few test turns with Nifelheim, and I'm doing what I did then, but I'm still just not that confident that what I did was smart. So we'll see. As far as research goes, we have no research coming in. I don't know what to research with Nifelheim very well either. I do think perhaps... I do know that, what is it, enchantment? We have the Ill Forest, is that it? No, it's Blood. In Blood Magic, we have a special cast, which is Ill Winter, which, of course, you know, I feel compelled to try to do, but we don't have any Blood Mages that high a level yet, so... yeah, we don't have any Blood Mages recruited, period, either. So... maybe not Conjuration, I don't think. Alteration... if we got there. Evocation, though, would give us Cold Bolt. And we do have plenty of casters who will have... well, I guess she won't, will she? No. And he will, though. We have this caster here, the Scrotty, which has blood and water, and that would let him cast Cold Bolt. And then, of course, our Jarl also will be able to cast Cold Bolt. And he might even get air. That would be really nice. If I could get him to have air, then he could start casting air spells, and those would be very nice early mid-game offensive magic spells. Boy, that would be nice. That, ooh, yeah, I can't tell you how much I'd be excited if I got that. Yeah, ooh. Settle down. Alright. Well, that's going to be it for turn 1, and I'm going to go ahead and send this in. I imagine Dwarf Comic will get his turn in pretty quickly as well. And yeah, let's hope for the best. I'll talk to you in a minute. Until then, bye-bye. Alright, welcome back to turn 2 of my multiplayer game against Dwarf Comic. Actually, I need to find out what the name of his god is. I am playing Dead Tree. And it's late spring. We got a proclamation from Ulm. Warren Harry, the warrior chief, shall hereby be known as the prophet of Dwarf Comic. Okay, Dwarf Comic is his name. Okay, we had that first battle in the peninsula. Let's go ahead and watch it. So, yeah, horse archers. This is not a good... this is not the militia light infantry I was hoping for. And they're just peppering us with arrows. This is not what I wanted. However, so far we've been lucky they haven't hit. See, we just hit them for 14. Well, 2 is nothing to write home about. There goes another volley. Still no kills, but we are, so far, I think, kind of lucky they haven't hit us harder with their arrows. And then now the melee. They're doing pretty good on the melee. But, and there they flee. So that actually turned out not too bad, I think. It could have been a lot worse, and as a result, we lost one spearman, which is not, it's not great, but anyway, here we are. Oh man, good thing we didn't go here though. Heavy cavalry. Alright, so not a great start for us. Let's see. Heavy infantries, militia, and archers. Okay, well that's not impossible. But, yeah, so here we have, it's okay income. Well, let's go ahead and finish up our plan, which is to go ahead and get our pretender coming in, and can't afford any of these guys. Let's go ahead, protection 15 versus protection 13, right? I like having the javelins as the thing. That does help. These guys, I'm not super fond of. Boulder, range 6. Yeah, that's terrible range. Whereas this, you know, the javelins are decent range. Boy, I really kind of want to get these guys. Strength 20, hit points 30. You know, none of these guys have range items. The protection's good, 15-11 versus, you know, 13-11, and what do we got here? 15-11, 16-14. You know, the herdmen actually 40 gold though. So what did we lose? We lost a couple of these guys, right? Again, can't afford a Niffle Giant. I'm tempted to go ahead and get the herdmen just because, again, I want to take those provinces right away. Yeah, as quickly as possible, in fact. Yeah, okay, so defense skill 14, protection 16, Protection 15, 12. Yeah. Maybe we'll get another javelinist, or we can't. Oh, we only have 27 gold. Yeah, we could get the militia, but I think, yeah, such terrible attack skill, such terrible defense. Yeah, see, really the only thing these guys have going for them is they have huge hit points. So, I mean, they're just there to soak up stuff. I don't know. I'm going to go for the herdman for now. Yep. That's my decision. And let's send our scout over here. I actually am tempted to just have him go ahead and sneak attack just to get a look at what's going on. Definitely not going in with this army. Going back over here, and we're going to regroup. So this is the thing, is because I've taken a Blessed Pretender, I am feeling a little bit hamstrung on my early expansion. I was thinking of an Awoke Pretender for the Giants, and I kind of think that's maybe the default way to play. I really don't know, but we'll see how this works out. Once I get my Pretender, or once I get my Prophet out and everything, you know, I'm gonna be like 4 turns behind, but then hopefully we'll be able to start steamrolling stuff. We'll see. And, you know, we can put a castle in this province, or not a castle, but a fortress. And that'll pull in some resources to recruit regular herdmen units. I believe the herdmen aren't limited, are they? Skin Shifter Giant and Jarl. Yeah, that's not a problem. Right? Nifelheim Giant is the only... That's our blessed unit. Yeah. Okay. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. And then this guy, defense 18. Protection's not great, but that's okay. Alright, that's the plan. Still no research coming in. That's also making me kind of leery. But we'll see how it goes. And that's going to be it for turn 2. And I'll see you in the next turn. Bye-bye. Alright, it is turn 3. Early summer in the first years of the Ascension Wars. We have no messages, because I did not do anything. We are still recruiting units. We're going to get our big bad Prophet next turn. We should... Did we recruit any of... Oh man, did I not... There we go. Yeah, I got some. I was going to say, did I not get any Jarls or anything? But I did. Now, even though this is our blessed unit, and I want to keep them safe... Ooh, I do need to get these cavalry out of here, though. 30 heavy cavalries and some militia. Oh, our guy actually got a ability. Oh, well, cool. Maybe he'll be of some kind of use. And this guy got an ability as well. Agility. I don't like the agility one. It's... increased attack and defense is fine. It's just that the ambidextrous, to me, is kind of like, eh. You know, like, eh. I don't care about it. We are going to be able to take this province out fairly quickly. Fairly soon, I think. It's probably just a level 1. Oh, man, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mainly heavy cavalries. That means there's more heavy cavalries than anything else. How do I want to deal with the heavy cavalry? Now, do they lose fatigue as they charge me? I don't know. I am thinking about this. Thinking about putting my Javelineers behind me and having them hold and then attack, and definitely go for the cavalry, and then these guys hold and attack and no preference. Okay. hold, and then just attack whoever's closest. Okay. Man, I don't think so. Is it worth it? Is the money I'm going to get from one extra turn of income here, of 49 income, going to be worth losing my guys? That's the thing. I think it won't be. So, oh man, as much as I hate this, 30, I just feel like, let's just wait and get a few more guys. We're going to have these guys coming next turn. I do want to make him my prophet. Like I said, just so I can have a prophet super combatant. Although he makes, I don't know, that might be a little gimmicky. What I'm doing may be total gimmick and may be totally not a good idea, but it's what I'm going to do anyway. Yeah, he's going to come in. We can't get any more of them. We could still get some more of these guys. They're so expensive. Why don't we go for the javelinists? We can get 2 of them. Oh, we can get 3 of them. Good. Yeah, we'll do that, because we do need some kind of range capability. So, yeah. It's not going to give us a lot of money to keep getting our sacred units, but like I said, it's not about the sacred units quite so much at the moment as it is getting units, period, with which to, you know, attack and defeat stuff. So, yeah, let's hang on. Let's get our army built up. Once we have an army full of guys with high hit points, and if they don't die, then that, I think, is going to be more money efficient. So, I don't like what I'm doing. It feels wrong. It feels wrong. It feels wrong, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, so again, we're probably going to have another turn go by without any events whatsoever. Let's just go ahead and... there's nothing here to build. I didn't think so. Let's go ahead and just patrol, just so you have something to do. We got a treasury 1. I'm going to be mad if I'm, like, short 1 gold next round, but I think we won't be. There we go. Okay. Very slow expansion going on here. Not gonna lie, don't care for this. Not happy about having heavy cavalry right next to me. I don't know, maybe I'm being overly cautious. Maybe I could go in and stomp the cavalry, you know, maybe it was the archers that were probably the bigger threat. But I'm gonna wait. So, you can tell me I'm wrong in the comments. I'll read them. I always do. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this turn. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Alright, welcome back to Dominions, the Dead Tree March. Again, no messages, I'm sorry. So this will probably be a very quick turn. We do have my new champion. I will prophetize him very quickly. Become prophet. And very few barbarians in here. This will be an easy province to take eventually. Let's move. You know what? I'm going to keep him in here because I will go ahead and... you know what? I don't need him. Let's go ahead and keep moving along. Let's go down here and take a look at that throne eventually. There's another throne up here. This wouldn't be a bad one to try to pinch off from Dwarf Comic. Alright, army set up, and I'll go ahead and put the blessed troops in here. We have some more javeliners. Okay, and recruit, and we do need to go ahead and get some magic coming eventually here. But I'm going to go ahead and continue just getting more of these guys. I mean, the bless is my main thing right now, so yeah, there you have it. Gold 27. That's enough to buy a militiaman. I think, you know what? No, we'll save it. We'll save our gold. Alright, well, that is that. And as soon as he's done... Yeah, I'm tempted to, frankly, try getting another militia. I do hope that this is going to work out, that once I give this guy my buff with the hit points, regeneration, and death weapons, that this will be a really powerful unit. He moves 14 versus 12. Okay, yeah, he still moves pretty good. 13. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't see any reason to drag this bit on, and I'm sure that DC is waiting for me to finish my move. So, that'll do it. And we'll get the 5th and final turn for this episode in right after this. Alright, here we are, back at it. A proclamation from Nifelheim. Finally, Fafnir the Nifl Jarl shall hereby be known as the Prophet of Dead Tree. And now that we have our prophet, let's add in these troops. And they get +2 morale. He can also lead up to 4 groups of men. So, yep, that there is what we're gonna do. We'll put those guys out front because they're not as valuable troops. And yeah, we're just gonna charge right on into combat. Should be no problem. Oh, army setup though. Let's not hold an attack. Do I want to hold an attack? Yeah, that'll be fine. And the reason this is on hold, and then attack, is that hold and attack, they hold for 2 turns, interestingly. Whereas with the hold, that's actually 1 turn. So if you set your units to hold and attack, and then you want your commanders to do the same, then you need actually tell them to hold twice. Sermon of Courage, Hand of Dust. The spell's limited. Yeah, see, I need to watch a YouTube video about how Freezing Touch and Hand of Dust work when you're using something that when you're using a character who uses weapons. See, like, he's equipped with, you know, a Jotun longsword and such, so I don't know. Oh, death weapons. Yeah. Right. Alright. Extra damage and get diseased by the Death Bless effect if they fail a magic resistance roll. Ooh, it's gonna be some nasty stuff coming. Bring the pain. Okay, where are we here? Still just in that silly old province. Let's move on down. And up here, it is time. We need to get some kind of research happening. Now, because we're doing evocation, I think I'm going to prefer to have... Yeah. She's not bad, don't get me wrong. But I think I'm going to prefer to have these guys, because I'll be able to use them a little bit more, a little bit longer. So yeah, we're going to get a Scrotty, and then... we can't recruit any more of those guys. We can recruit a Jotun Skin Shifter, but instead of him, yeah, we're gonna get these guys. Maybe I'll get some more Javelinists. Okay, well that's the best we can do at the moment. And that's gonna do it. Next turn, we jump right on in here to taking out these cavalry finally. I hope I wasn't overly cautious, but we'll see. And I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you're enjoying the game so far, and I'll talk to you later. Until then, bye-bye. One more real quick note. Keep in mind that these episodes will be coming out on an irregular basis based on when me and Dwarf Comic get our turns all turned in, which can also depend on Llama server and all that. So anyway, I hope, again, you're enjoying it, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.